My daughter stopped saying, "I love you" back. I didn't notice for 3 months. This is a story about the exact moment I became a stranger to my own child. Not because of divorce, not because of addiction or abuse, because I was too busy being successful. And by the time I realized what was happening, she'd already learned to live without me. 2 years ago, I had what everyone said was the perfect life. Senior project manager at a tech company in Kyiv, big apartment in Pechersk, a wife, Natalia, who ran her own architectural firm, and our daughter, Sophia. She was 8 years old, obsessed with drawing, always had a sketchbook. She'd show me every picture. "Papa, look, I drew our family as superheroes. Papa, this is you, but you're a dragon." Every single drawing ended up on our fridge. We had this Sunday routine. I'd make pancakes, she'd help. We'd go to the park, feed the ducks, get ice cream even in winter. She'd tell me about school, her friends, the books she was reading. I knew everything about her world. Then I got promoted. March 2023, VP of Operations, triple my previous salary. Company car, stock options, the works. But it came with expectations. Meetings at 7 a.m., client dinners 3 nights a week, weekend strategy sessions, business trips to Warsaw, Berlin, London. Natalia was supportive at first. "This is what we've been working toward," she said. "Just get through the first few months, then it'll stabilize." I believed that too. Sophia was excited when I told her. "Does this mean you're the boss now?" "Not the boss, but close." "Will you be home more or less?" I should have paid attention to that question. "Maybe a little less for now, but I'll make it up to you, sunshine." She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. It was a Tuesday in late April. I came home around 9 p.m. Sophia was already in bed. I went to her room to kiss her goodnight. She was awake, reading with a flashlight under the covers. "Hey, troublemaker, past your bedtime." She looked up. "You said you'd help me with my art project today." My stomach dropped. I'd completely forgotten. "I'm so sorry, sunshine. Work ran late. We'll do it tomorrow, I promise." "You said that yesterday." I know. This weekend for sure, okay?" She just nodded and went back to her book. I kissed her forehead. "Love you, Sophia." She didn't say it back. I waited. Nothing. "Sophia?" "I'm reading, Papa." I figured she was upset about the project. I'd make it up to her this weekend. I closed her door and went to pour myself a drink. That weekend, I had to fly to Berlin. Critical client presentation. I told Sophia on Friday morning before school, "But you promised we'd work on my project." "I know, sunshine, next weekend, I swear." She just looked at me. Then she picked up her backpack and walked out to Natalia's car. Didn't say goodbye. "She'll get over it," Natalia said that night on the phone. "Kids are resilient." But there was something in her voice, a warning I didn't catch. The Berlin trip went well. We landed the client. My boss took me out to drinks. "You're crushing it, man. Keep this up and you're looking at C-suite in 2 years." I felt invincible. When I got back Sunday night, Sophia was asleep. Monday morning, I left before she woke up. This became the pattern. May passed, then June. I started noticing small things. Sophia stopped showing me her drawings. When I asked about school, she'd just say, "Fine," and go to her room. Our Sunday pancake routine disappeared. I was either traveling or catching up on work. One Saturday, I was home. "Sophia, want to go to the park?" "I'm going to Yulia's house." "How about tomorrow?" "I have plans with Mama." She didn't even look at me when she said it. She was on the couch, drawing in her sketchbook. I tried to peek at what she was working on. She closed it immediately. "It's private." "Since when?" She shrugged. Natalia appeared in the doorway. "Come on, Sophia, we need to go." After they left, I sat in the empty apartment. Something felt wrong, but I told myself it was normal. Kids grow up, they become more independent. This is healthy, right? July. Natalia asked me to come home early on a Wednesday. We need to talk. Those 4 words every husband fears. I left work at 6, still had my phone in my hand when I walked through the door, responding to emails. Natalia was sitting at the kitchen table. No wine, no food. Just her, looking exhausted. Sit down. I sat. When was the last time you had a real conversation with your daughter? What do you mean? I mean, when did you last know what was happening in her life? I talk to her every day. No, you say, how was school? And she says, fine, and you go back to your laptop. That's not fair. I'm working to provide for this family. We don't need more money, Alexi. We need you. I'm doing my best. Your best isn't enough anymore. That hit like a punch. What do you want me to do? Quit my job? I want you to be her father. I am her father. When? Between emails? During business trips? When was the last time you made her pancakes? When was the last time she showed you a drawing? I didn't have an answer. She asked me last week if you still loved her. The room went cold. Of course I love her. Then show her, because she doesn't believe it anymore. Natalia left the kitchen. I sat there staring at the table. I meant to go talk to Sophia, but I had a presentation to finish for tomorrow. I told myself I'd fix this on the weekend. August 13th, Sophia's 9th birthday. I'd promised I'd be there, cleared my calendar weeks in advance. The party was at 4 p.m. At 2 p.m., my boss called. Emergency. The London client is threatening to walk. You need to be on a call in 30 minutes. I can't. It's my daughter's birthday. Alexi, this is a 4 million euro account. I promised her. I get it, but this is literally your job. 1 hour, then you're free. I looked at the time. The call would end at 3:30. I could still make the party. 1 hour, not a minute more. The call started late. The client was angry about deliverables. My boss kept signaling me to smooth things over. 3:30 became 4. 4 became 4:30. I was still on the call when Natalia texted me, "Where are you?" Then, Sophia keeps asking. Then, she's blowing out her candles. Then, don't bother coming. I got off the call at 5, ran to my car, hit traffic, arrived at 6:15. The apartment was quiet. Balloons everywhere. Empty cake plates, wrapping paper on the floor. Sophia was in her room. I knocked. "Sophia, I'm so sorry." Silence. "Can I come in?" "No." "Please, let me explain." "You always explain. You always promise. You always lie." That word, lie, from my 9-year-old. I don't lie to you. You said you'd be here. I tried. Work. Work is more important than me. That's not true. Then why are you never here? I didn't know what to say. I got you a present. Can I give it to you? Leave it outside. I stood there, my hand on her door. She was 3 feet away. Might as well be on another planet. September. I finally admitted I had a problem. I talked to my boss about reducing my hours. He was understanding, but clear. This is a crucial time. I need you at full capacity. My family is falling apart. I hear you, but this is the job. You want C-suite? This is the cost. I made a decision. I started leaving work at 6, no matter what. Stopped checking emails after 8 p.m. No more weekend trips unless absolutely necessary. I showed up, made pancakes on Sunday, asked Sophia about her day, tried to see her drawings, but something had shifted. She was polite, distant, like I was a friendly uncle, not her father. One night, I heard her talking to Natalia in the kitchen. "Do you think Papa will leave?" "What? No, why would you think that? He's never here. Maybe he doesn't want to live with us anymore." "He wants to be here, sweetheart. He's just busy." "Too busy for me." I stood in the hallway, frozen. That night, I tried to talk to her, knocked on her door. Sophia, can we talk? I'm doing homework. This is important. She opened the door, looked at me with these tired old eyes. I heard what you said to your mother about me leaving. I didn't mean I'm not going anywhere. I love you more than anything. She just stared at me. You don't act like it. I know I've been absent. I'm fixing that. You can't fix this, Papa. Yes, I can. Just give me a chance. I gave you chances. You missed my birthday. You forgot my art show. You didn't come to my school play. What school play? Her face said everything. See? When was it? Last month. Mama told you 3 times. I had no memory of this. None. I'm sorry. Everyone's parents were there. Yulia asked where you were. I said you were traveling for work, but you weren't. Mama said you were in the office. I felt something break inside me. I'll be at the next one. There is no next one. It was the end of your show. She closed the door, gently. That was somehow worse than slamming it. October. I did something drastic. I quit my job. No 2 weeks notice, just walked into my boss's office and resigned. Natalia thought I'd lost my mind. We have a mortgage. We have savings. For how long? As long as it takes. To do what? To get our daughter back. She looked at me for a long time. You can't buy her back, Alexei. I know. This isn't about grand gestures. I know. Then what is it about? Being there. She didn't look convinced, but she didn't argue. I told Sophia that night, I'm not going to be working anymore. She looked up from her homework. Why? Because I want to spend more time with you. You don't have to do that. I want to. She went back to her homework. Okay. That was it. No excitement, no gratitude. Just okay. The first week, I made breakfast every morning, drove her to school, picked her up, helped with homework, made dinner. She was polite, but there was a wall. The second week, I asked if she wanted to go to the park. I have plans with Yulia. What about Saturday? Mama's taking me shopping. Sunday? I have art class. When did you start art class? 6 months ago. Another knife to the chest. The third week, I found her old sketchbook, the one with all the drawings of us, me as a dragon, her as a princess, Natalia as a wizard, our family as superheroes. The last entry was dated April, right after my promotion. The pages after that were different. Drawings of her and Natalia, her and Yulia, her alone. I wasn't in them anymore. I showed the sketchbook to Natalia. She cried when she saw it. I tried to tell you. I know. This is going to take time. How much time? I don't know. Maybe she's moved on. She's 9 years old, and you've been gone for 8 months. That's almost 10% of her life. The math destroyed me. November. I'd been unemployed for 5 weeks. Sophia still wouldn't let me in. One Saturday morning, she came into the kitchen. I was making pancakes, out of habit more than hope. She stopped in the doorway. You're making pancakes? Want some? She hesitated, then sat down. We ate in silence. After a while, she said, These are good. Thanks. More silence. Then, why did you really quit your job? I told you to spend time with you. But you loved that job. I thought I did. Did you get fired? No. Then why? I put down my fork. Because I missed your birthday and your play and 6 months of your life. And one day I realized I'd become someone you couldn't trust. She didn't say anything, and I can't live with that. She picked at her pancakes. Yulia's dad works a lot too, but he still comes to stuff. I know. So why couldn't you? That was the question, the real one. Because I told myself work was more important, that providing for you was the same as being there for you, that you'd understand when you were older. You're not older. I know. You needed me now. I know. She started crying. Not loud, just tears running down her face. I thought you didn't love me anymore. I came around the table, knelt next to her chair. I never stopped loving you, not for 1 second. I lost my way, and I hurt you, and I'm sorrier than I know how to say. She threw her arms around me, sobbed into my shoulder. I held her and cried too. We stayed like that for a long time. It's been 4 months since that morning. I found a new job. Better hours, less pay. I don't care. Sophia and I do Pandukes Agrifende. I pick her up from school twice a week. I've been to every art class. I know all her friends. We're rebuilding, slowly. But here's what I lost that I can never get back. 8 months of her childhood, her 9th birthday, her first school play, the trust that comes from knowing your parents will always show up. She forgave me, but there's a part of her that's more cautious now. She doesn't show me every drawing immediately anymore. She checks first, asks if I'm busy. There's a hesitation that wasn't there before, and that's on me. Natalia and I are in therapy. Our marriage nearly didn't survive this. She told me she'd started looking at apartments, had almost asked for a divorce. She said, I couldn't watch you disappear, and I couldn't explain it to Sophia when she's older. We're okay now, but it was close. People talk about work-life balance like it's something you achieve, like you can optimize it. 50% work, 50% family, perfectly balanced. But that's not how it works, because your kids don't exist on a schedule. They need you when they need you, not when it's convenient, not after you've answered that last email, not once you've climbed high enough to relax. Right now, in this moment, this day. And if you're not there, they learn to stop needing you. That's the part nobody tells you. They don't cry forever. They don't beg forever. Eventually, they just adapt. They build a life that doesn't include you. And by the time you notice, you're already a guest in their world. The warning sign was so small. My daughter stopped saying, I love you back. 3 words she'd said every day of her life. And I didn't notice for 3 months because I was too busy being important. I got lucky. I caught it before it was too late, but only barely. Some people don't. Some people look up one day and their kids are 16 and strangers, and they can't figure out when it happened. It happened in moments like these, when you chose the meeting over the bedtime story, the business trip over the birthday, the promotion over the person who needed you most. I thought I was building a better life for my daughter. Turns out, I was just building a life without her in it. Success isn't measured by your job title, or your salary, or the respect of people who won't remember your name in 5 years. It's measured by whether the people you love know they can count on you. And for 8 months, my daughter learned she couldn't. I'll spend the rest of her childhood proving she can. Some lessons cost everything to learn. This one almost